Ever wondered what it would be like to be a mermaid solving a murder mystery? Imagine being Linda, a mermaid with a flair for intrigue and a soft spot for Agatha Christie's murder mysteries. Her dreams are far from ordinary. She dreams of crafting her own spine-chilling mystery novel, and where better to find inspiration than the very riverboat that inspired Agatha Christie's Murder on the Nile? Linda's plan is audacious, yet simple. Transform into a human, sneak aboard the famous riverboat docked in the heart of Egypt, and soak in the atmosphere. She imagines the thrill of mingling with the passengers, the allure of the fancy clothes from the laundry room, and the excitement of living a life so different from her underwater existence. But there's a catch. She could only stay in human form for a few hours at a time. Little did she know her adventure was just about to begin. Once Linda climbed aboard the riverboat, she was in a world unlike anything she had ever experienced. She found herself in a whirl of excitement and intrigue, mingling with the passengers, delighting in their stories, and soaking up the atmosphere. The riverboat was a vibrant hub of activity, each corner filled with a different tale, each person a new character in her unfolding novel. Despite the heat, she managed to maintain her cool, slipping into the laundry room to switch outfits when needed. This was her secret portal, a gateway between her two worlds. She would return to the water to regain her mermaid strength, then re-emerge in a new ensemble, ready to dive back into the world of humans. Every day was a delightful dance of appearances and disappearances, a balancing act that kept her on her toes. Yet, she navigated her dual life with grace and wit, her charm and good humor endearing her to her fellow passengers. She found herself swept up in a flurry of activities, shuffleboard games under the sun, resplendent dinner parties that went late into the night, and intense poker matches that kept her on the edge of her seat. Through it all, she managed to keep her secret, her mermaid identity hidden beneath the surface. But even as she reveled in the thrill of the human world, she knew she could not stay forever. The pull of the water was a constant reminder of who she really was, and she had to heed its call every few hours. Yet even these brief departures from the riverboat were part of the adventure. They were her moments of solitude, her chance to reflect and recharge before diving back into the fray. Each time she returned, she brought with her a renewed sense of purpose, a deeper appreciation for the world she had stepped into. And then, just when she thought she had mastered the rhythm of her new life, the unexpected happened. A ship's alarm, a frantic scramble, the chilling discovery that would turn her adventure into a true Agatha Christie tale. Her adventure was about to take an unexpected turn. The peaceful journey was shattered by a scream. A startling alarm cut through the tranquility of the boat, sending ripples of tension through the heart of every passenger. The once jovial atmosphere was now charged with panic and fear. Linda, our mermaid turned human, hastily donned an Italian tennis outfit and darted towards the commotion. The chilling words echoed through the corridors. "Colonel Mustard is dead!" Colonel Mustard, a well-known passenger, had been found lifeless, a silver candlestick, the murder weapon, lying ominously nearby. The scene was eerily reminiscent of a game of Clue Linda had played as a little girl, a dark twist of fate that sent a shiver down her spine. The riverboat was in chaos, a flurry of frantic whispers and wild speculations. Meanwhile, Linda was gripped by a sudden realization. She was in the middle of a real-life murder mystery, the very kind she had always dreamed of writing. A surge of determination welled up within her. This was her chance, her opportunity to not just observe but to participate, to solve the mystery herself. She decided then and there that she would uncover the truth behind the murder of Colonel Mustard. She would use her wit, her courage, and her unique perspective as both a mermaid and a human to navigate the labyrinth of secrets that lay ahead. She was now not just a passenger, but a detective. Dressed in her borrowed finery, Linda began her investigation. She made her way through the ship, her eyes and ears open, observing the passengers, the crew, the atmosphere. The riverboat was a floating world of its own, a microcosm of society, and Linda was determined to find the murderer within it. In her casual clothes, she mingled with the passengers during the day, playing shuffleboard on the deck, sipping iced tea in the lounge, always watching, always listening. The clues were there, hidden in plain sight in the offhand comments, the sidelong glances, the whispered rumors. In the evening she transformed herself into a vision of elegance, her fancy dress shimmering under the chandeliers as she entered the grand ballroom. She dined on exquisite cuisine, laughed at clever jokes, and danced to the rhythm of the orchestra. But even amidst the merriment, she never lost sight of her purpose. It was at the casino that she met Claude, a charming gentleman with a playful smile. He invited her to join him for dinner, and she accepted, hoping he might provide some insight into the mystery. As they wined and dined, Linda found herself drawn to his charm, his wit, but as the night wore on, she could feel her time running out. Her body was growing weak, her legs were starting to tremble. Soon, she would have to return to the water. As the night wore on, Linda was about to face her biggest challenge yet. The night was a whirlwind of laughter, dance, and danger. Linda, the mermaid turned mystery solver, found herself in the arms of the charming Claude, twirling under the chandelier's glow. But as the night wore on, a sense of unease started to cloud her enchanting evening. She felt a peculiar dizziness, a silent alarm that her time on land was running out. With each tick of the clock, her transformation back to a mermaid was drawing near, and the water's call was becoming impossible to ignore. In a desperate plea, she turned to Claude, her eyes wide with urgency. "I need to return to the water," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the music. But Claude, mistaking her plea for delirium, shook his head, refusing to believe her strange request. What will happen to Linda? Will she reveal her secret? And who killed Colonel Mustard? Stay tuned for the next episode.